In this video, we're going to be talking about the new Navigator grants and Back to Business grants. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde, and welcome to the #1 community for real estate, income, and credit. So if you'd like to know more about Navigator grants and a new series of economic recovery grants, make sure you watch the video to the end and leave a comment below if you need help with anything. There's a lot of incentive across the country currently for small businesses to reopen. As vaccines get distributed and schools reopen, many states are using funds from stimulus bills, such as the America's Rescue Plan, to create grants for small businesses. And there's a lot of momentum behind this because they realize that the only way to accelerate small business recovery is by stimulating the local economy through small business. So the states have started to roll out a series of economic recovery grants and also programs. Grants ranging from 5 figures to 6 figures. And these grants are called Navigator grants or Back to Business grant. And these are a new type of grant in that they're not just meant to give the small business the money, but also help them in their infrastructure and also technical assistance. One of the most recent Navigator grants is a $250 million grant program announced by Governor Pritzker of Illinois and the DCEO, the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. And this $250 million grant program is specifically for small businesses that have incurred significant losses due to the pandemic. Now for Illinois, this is a follow-up to their BIG grant program from last year, which was a $580 million business interruption grant program. Now for this program, their new Navigator Back to Business grants, they've invested over $9 million on infrastructure to be able to reach out to small businesses. So from state to state, these programs are popping up, but a lot of small businesses are either not aware that they're available or not reaching out and applying for the resources. But the grant money is available. It's been given, and in fact, some of these municipalities and these cities are actually complaining of the fact that they're not getting enough applicants. So for example, New York actually has a economic recovery fund, and they were expecting 330,000 applicants. However, they only received 50,000 applicants when they actually administered their fund release through Lendistry. So they've been tracking it, and this is one of the prime examples of why they're putting infrastructure in place to be able to reach out to small businesses, so to see how they can not only help them with the application process, but also gathering documents that they need or whatever they need to be able to qualify for the grants. The money has to be released, so small businesses have to reach out and take the money. And the 3 goals of these Navigator grants is #1, get access to funds to offset losses. #2, bring back workers. And #3, take steps to rebuild. This is all in the state's incentive to be able to get small businesses to reopen, because without doing that, they're never going to be able to restart their local economic recovery. And in order to disperse this $250 million to these local small businesses, they're going to be working with local community navigators, small business development centers, and also chambers of commerce. So now for this particular Navigator grant or B2B grant, the applications start on August 18th. And priority status will be given to the following industries: restaurants, hotels, and art-based businesses. So community navigators are the new model that many are looking at nationally to be able to give state grants and even some private grants to small businesses. And most of these grants will be rolling grants, meaning that they're going to roll from year to year. And they're going to range from $5,000 to $150,000 depending on the business's needs and also size. To qualify, the business has to be able to show a reduction in revenue compared to 2019, made less than $20 million in revenue, show 2 months bank statements, show a copy of their business ID, and also tax returns. So if you or someone you know has a small business and you want to be able to get a Navigator grant or Back to Business grant, well, you need to actually contact the following 3 sources. #1 would be your community navigator. #2 will be your local small business development center. And #3 would be your chamber of commerce. Now we found that community navigators are the strongest point when it comes to getting Navigator grants and also Back to Business grants, but finding them may not be as easy. So we've done the hard work for you, and we've included them in our resource area. So if you actually have a local community navigator, we've included that in our resource area. You can find your community navigator by simply going to my website, AskRinde.com, clicking on grants and resources, and getting started today. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also email me. My email address is AskRindeNetwork@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video, and until next time, thank you so much for watching.